know I'm not an ambassador for him, but boy, I might. The way they let me throw the legs up there.
Yeah.
Nice. Nicely done, band. Thank you, band. Stephen, Michael, William. I can still jump at 36, fellas. Yeah, you still got there.
Turned 36 on Friday.
That's true. 30. Celebrated with us here. Karaoke party. He celebrated.
You are considerably younger.
You're like, you're the Schmelke of the fandom. You're the only person who's been here for so many conventions. I mean, that's a compliment. It's a good thing. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating Krista's 100th convention.
It's Krista.
How are you, everybody?
Yeah, you're a lot younger than us. 36.
Turns out.
Rob's like,
I don't feel very young.
Remember 36?
I do.
The war that just ended.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, 36, true 36, when I was 36, I did my first episode of Supernatural.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Season 2.
I met Rich 2 years after he was 36, so
you do the math.
So 30.
That's not our requirement. Don't do it.
30.
Carry the 1.
41.
There's an X minus. I forget it.
don't forget the pie.
Should we dive into this? Let's dive in.
Let's dive right on in.
Right, Brennan? Let's invest. Right here.
Hi.
Hi.
So question. If you could have any actor play you in a movie of your life, who would it be and why?
If we could have any actor play ourselves in the story of our life, who would it be and why?
Yours would be.
Hervé Villechaize.
Oh, we're doing Living Organ? I thought you were going to say, you always say Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman would turn down the role. I don't think he would.
I think Gary Oldman would kill as Richard Spade.
He'd be great, but I think
Gary Oldman is Richard Spade Jr.
he would be better
in Dick.
What do you got, Robbie? Who'd you pick?
Who's going to play me would be the person that would play me. Who's the lead dude in Walking Dead?
Oh, Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln.
We were on a train to Comic-Con, Robbie and I, hanging out, and Robbie got up to use a can or whatever he was doing.
Sure.
Get some drugs out of the sweet spot, and the guy sitting across the aisle goes, "Dude, that's so dope that you're riding to Comic-Con with Andrew Lincoln." I just took I'm like, that's not Andrew Lincoln. He looks like Andrew Lincoln. It's not Andrew Lincoln. It's Rob Benedict from Supernatural. And he goes, "Oh shit, I better change my Facebook post." And he'd taken a secret photo of you and already like posted it.
Should let him.
In hindsight, if I know you were posted it, I'd have left it alone.
Yeah. So Hervé Villechaize is Richard Spade. Andrew Lincoln is me.
And Patrick Dempsey as Matthew Cohen.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That would be good, but out of respect, I'm gonna have to say it would have to be the older version of me playing me because I've already played him. Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan is Matt Cohen.
Who's the kid? Did we see, anybody see the movie Jumanji, the new one?
Yeah.
It was one of the Jonas Brothers, I think, played the pilot.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy could play Cohen.
Hey, thanks.
He's handsome.
And he's young.
He's
like,
young.
you picked a dude a lot older than you did, that's not necessarily, well, I picked a dead guy, so I guess it's not necessarily
I'm glad you pointed him
not
out.
spot on casting, I guess.
We're vocally equivalent, which makes it really
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. He can see, you guys can do a duet on the soundtrack.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Thank you for the question. You.
My name is Indiana.
Hi, Indiana. We were just there.
My question is, do any of you know how to floss? And if so, could you guys compete in who's better at flossing?
Yeah.
I don't, so boys have at it.
You don't floss, as your dentist told you it's the most important thing, more than
You
brushing
have
your
to floss
teeth.
at least
I do
2
floss.
times a day.
That's what she said. She wants us to show who would be the best flossers.
Oh, sure, you want to
Use 2 hands, 1 hand, or you have the wand?
No, do 2 hands. Are we competing? Okay.
I was
1,
using
2, 3, go. And done.
Is that, wait, was that the real thing? Really?
What are you doing tops and bottoms for this time?
Miss, come to the stage.
tried it. I've never
Look
tried
at
it.
the confidence in her watch there.
I'm gonna ask a question that gets me up on stage so I can floss.
What kind of song do you need to floss to?
Anything?
Whichever. All right. Apparently we're not good at flossing. We apologize. What's your name?
Indiana.
Indiana, you told me that already. High-speed flossing. Is that it?
No.
I have no rhythm.
I can do it.
Yeah! Rob is flossy! Get real flossy! Let's see them hips shake and be flossy! Come on, Rich! Pick up that tempo! Double time!
Oh, man.
I'm here to floss! Floss, floss, floss! Flossing is so good! Floss, 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 yeah! Hi-hat, hi-hat, hi-hat floss! Hi-hat, hi-hat, hi-hat floss! Rich is having too much fun! Let's cut the shit out of this!
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Indiana. Appreciate
Indiana, you're a hero.
you. Thank you for teaching me that. I never tried that before.
So to answer your
I think the
question,
takeaway here
Thank
is
you. Bye.
look at Ringo on the
Yeah.
drums. Jeez. Who knew?
Nailed it.
Crazy.
You.
Hey dudes.
Hey.
Hey, dude.
So my question is, what's the craziest thing you guys have ever done together?
Craziest thing we've ever done together.
so there's so many.
I'll tell you one. I think this counts. Robbie and I worked on a program years ago. Sadly, years ago. It was called Kings of Con. It's a show we made together. And we used crowdfunding. The good people like yourselves helped us get it off the ground. And one of the things we did, we didn't know the crowdfunding would be as successful as it was. You guys really blew our minds with that whole support. So we had set a lofty goal that if we got $200,000, Matt would strip naked and run the neighborhood. Much to his chagrin, we passed that watermark pretty quickly. We had already shot the pilot for that show, which we used as teasers to sort of help raise money. And in that teaser, Rob had been totally naked in his front yard for this show. And already had, now they had Hollywood tour buses stopping by to show Andrew Lincoln's bottom. It was, created this whole cottage industry up in the hills. So Rob didn't want to do nudity in his neighborhood, so my neighborhood got picked as the neighborhood. And Matt brought his wife and his baby, newborn. He came over, and while my wife made sandwiches, he stripped nude and ran the streets of Silver Lake. While Rob and I filmed it from different angles, like a couple of pervs.
Until a neighbor yelled at us.
The neighbor yelled at us, made a U-turn, and came back and gave us the finger.
Yeah.
Rob was like, just walk down here. And I was like, all right, all right, all right. He's like, okay. Clicks his phone on. He goes, all right, go now.
And Rob, if I'm not wrong,
Right here?
Yeah, we're in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day.
Hiding in the bushes before.
I stood in the bushes.
And then Rob was it was funny, we had two camera angles. One was going to be the wide angle, sort of tracked him down, and one was going to be the fall long camera. And Rob sprained his arm volunteering to be the tracking camera. I'll run with him, I got it. So fully dressed Rob and totally nude Matt sprinted around the neighborhood of Silver Lake.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a crazy.
There are some choices we've This was not totally sober. This was totally sober. This was one of those things that we did with clear minds.
Yes.
Calls into question our minds.
In the daytime, nonetheless.
Anything else to top that, fellas? Is that
I mean, I think I pretty much
good, right?
does it all. We were sober, it was daytime, and I was naked, and you had a camera. It doesn't... What other lines are there to cross?
Well, the great thing about it is, it's like, while you guys are doing that, Mandy and JC are in the house, and Matt's running the neighborhood, JC's like, hey man, you want lemonade with your sandwich? Like, she doesn't care. She's like, sure do! Matt's genitals mean nothing to her. Anyway, good stuff.
I think you can find that video. It's still out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think our Indiegogo stuff is kind of still, all those videos are still out there.
Is areas where...
Thank goodness.
I had to do the blurring because I was the editor of that thing, and the man's area shifts position a lot when it's on the move, and it really taxed my tracking skills. I'd be like, yeah, good. Well, not good, not covered there. Okay, when he rounds the bend, it's right behind him. It's sort of he's making the turn after him. I gotta...
Thank you so much for your question. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Rob, I just want to say you look really nice today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sure do, Bobby. We were all proud of where Rob cleaned up.
He's always adorable, so.
Thank you.
Richard,
They're pulling up. This Rob naked, I think. This is just be Rob's bare bottom. Yeah, this is the trailer. I think it's in here somewhere. Oh, Rob shirtless. Rob, pants. Love that too. Good show. There's Rob, the skirt fuller. There's Rob. Oh, there's a bottom on Rob. Rob grabbed the mic.
Introduce me like that, I'd have punched you in the teeth.
You cannot bite the hand that feeds you, and you sure as hell don't let it give you a tongue job.
Right now, but that's the biz.
That's there it is.
It's a good show.
Andrew Lincoln's bottom. Great show. That's Rob Benedict playing the role, but Andrew Lincoln came in and we see his bottom under Rob.
Anyway, yes ma'am. Thank you very much for what you said.
Richard, I wanted to ask you if you always knew that Gabriel was still alive.
No, I found out when right before, in the last season, it was episode 13 in which they brought my character back and revealed Gabriel to be in prison. And right before that, I was on a phone call with Andrew Dabb about an episode I was directing. And he said, oh, by the way, during the business call, he said, by the way, we're bringing you back. I said, I know, I'm directing episode 20. He said, no, we're bringing Gabriel back. And I said, really? Like, yeah, no, we are. I'm like, huh. And he sent me the little outline that I was curious, how'd you figure that out? And they had Asmodeus reveals, there's Gabriel with his mouth sewn shut. And I said, did my wife pitch this storyline? Is this did the town come together and had Robbie in the room and JC and Matt and like, go with here. Yeah, so no, I did not know. I was as surprised as you folks were. Only I was surprised earlier.
I wasn't surprised, I knew he was alive.
Oh, well, that makes one of us. So everybody's surprised with you, but good call. Your foresight was spot on, because you were right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
First of all, I want to say, Matt, my grandma watches General Hospital all the time, and she loves you on there. I just got a photo op with you, send it to her, and be like, oh, and she was like, oh my God, tell Matt I love him on General Hospital.
You tell your grandma that I love her very much, so.
Dr. Monroe sends his love.
That's right.
And my question is, if you all were stranded on an island alone, who in the cast would you bring with you?
We're stranded alone.
Yeah, well, like if somebody else had to be with you, who would you want it to be and why?
But if we're stranded alone, how can we bring it with us?
From the clouds.
Holes in the question. Holes all over the question.
From the clouds.
I would take, I'd take Misha Collins. I think that he seems to me to be the kind of guy, actually I know he's the kind of guy that under duress would have a cool head and get things done. And also, he's the kind of guy that actually, if you throw him in the middle of the jungle, he can survive. He's just going to know how to make fire.
I would bring Jared Padalecki because he could reach the coconuts.
If I was John from Supernatural in the 70s, I would bring Mary so that there would be a Supernatural.
Matt, you're going to write a script on the island? What?
Mary and I are going to
hammering out some storylines? Thank you for your question.
Outlining season 1.
Write the Bible for the 5-year arc.
No, he didn't.
All right, go.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. So I was wondering if you could be any supernatural villain or like, I guess, creature, what would you choose and why?
Robbie, if you could be any supernatural villain and or creature, why? And who?
I always thought Abaddon was kind of a badass.
Yeah.
I think she looks cool.
Yeah.
I'd be Abaddon.
Couldn't agree more. Maddie?
I would be Jeffrey's Vincent's
Asmodeus.
Because I always dreamt of having a beard and hair like Jeff Bridges, and he's right there.
Yeah.
Right in the pocket, white suit, just doing it.
You often talk about the bad guys in the show.
Yeah.
I
go on and on about it. I'm going to go with Sully because I know he's not a bad guy, but he's a fun-loving creature who was so helpful to the kids. And so lovable.
Who directed that episode?
Genius, a young upstart.
Anyway, we're not
Barely out of cinema school, that kid. Whip smart. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi guys. The ladies were on here earlier telling what their band name was going to be. So if it's the three of you, what is your band name going to be?
Hank Plank and the 2x4s.
There you go.
Thank you.
Are you Hank?
No, you are. I'm not. I'm a backup player. You're Hank Plank with the 2x4s.
I'm Hank Plank?
We're either going to be Hank Plank with the 2x4s or Phil Dill and the Pickles. It's up to you.
I think Hank Plank just needs to thought of that first.
I had 3 fictitious band names when I was in high school. The reason why I'm answering so quickly is I had 3 fictitious band names at Hank when I was a kid. Hank Plank with the 2x4s. Well, I had 4, but one's inappropriate.
Yeah,
I had Hank Plank with the 2x4s. I had Phil Dill the Pickles. I had the Foreskins.
No surprise there.
And then the last one was the Elastic Waistband. So when we decided to create a band for Supernatural and they wouldn't hire Loudon Swain, I said, well, what if we create a fictitious cover band and we call it the Elastic Waistband? So I pulled one of my fictitious high school band names and it became an actual band. So the Elastic Waistband.
Robin, did you have any, I guess you didn't because you always had a band, right?
Real bands.
Do you have any fake band names? I had 2, but I wanted to see.
No, well, the first band I was in, we just lip synced. So we weren't an actual band. We didn't know how to play our instruments yet, so we just lip synced and made videos of us lip syncing to different Journey songs.
Yeah.
And we were called, we all lived on dead end streets, so we were called the Dead Ends, ENZ. This is
So
what
'80s.
the band was.
So '80s, yeah.
Yeah, so we were the Dead Ends.
That's pretty subtle. I like that.
Yeah, bro.
I have obviously never been in a band, but when I was going through my punk rock stage, I had 2 band names. One, which actually turned out to be a band, but the first one was called Cream Puff Roadkill, was my band name, and then the second one was Mary Poppins Army, which I believe ended up being a band one day. Yeah.
Both those bands sound real family friendly.
Yeah, they're super family friendly.
Sound like real toe tappers.
Anti-establishment, rebellious, young.
So Hank playing the 2x4s, are we an acapella band?
No, we're playing this.
Wow, what do I play?
Well, you're Hank Plank. You play lead guitar, you're the lead singer.
Oh man.
It's actually
And then you're the drummer and I'm the bass player. It's a pretty simple setup.
Right.
More like Stray Cats-ish kind of.
Yeah.
It's got a drum machine, is what he meant.
You just go like this.
Show my abs. Yo. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Robbie, and my question is actually for Rob.
Awesome.
I see what you did there.
My question is, if Becky ever lost her total obsession for Sam and went back to Chuck, how do you think he would have broke the news story that he's actually God? And do you think the relationship would have worked?
It's a tough subject for me. I don't like the way that ended up. My heart was broke. I really thought that Becky and I had something. And then she goes AWOL and ties Sam to the bed and goes a little nutty. I didn't think she had that in her. So I read she came back brown. And she's like, I want you back, Chuck. And I could be like, you know, everyone else call me Chuck, but Becky, call me God. And I'll rub that in her face a little bit. This is what you left. You could have been God's girlfriend. You could have told our children, your dad is God. But no. And then after about half an hour of that, I go, it's cool, because I really like her a lot. And so I'd ask her if she wants to go out. And then we'd have a nice dinner and go dancing. And then it would write itself right from there until a couple months later, I'm sure she'd break my heart again and run away. And I'd get over it. But yeah, that's how it would go. Thanks, Robbie.
Nice question, Robbie. Yeah.
Hi. This question is for Rich and Matt. I just wanted to know what's your favorite part of the Friday night karaoke?
My favorite part of Friday night karaoke is watching people who are not used to getting up on stage and performing, get up on stage and perform. Matt and I didn't build that for ourselves to be on stage. We had plenty of time on stage. It's really fun to watch people who thought about their song, gotten excited about it, maybe even costumed up, randomly hear their name called, because of course it's, kind of picked by the DJ, and get up and have that experience of being in front of all the positive energy and screaming fans who are there in attendance and all the cameras and the lights, and getting to have that experience of being on stage and performing something they would have been thinking about and looking forward to. It's fun to watch play out. Matt?
Yeah, I just like the idea it's a pick-me-up after a long flight. I'm always flying in the last second, I'm tired, I get on the stage, I'm like, ugh, how am I going to get through karaoke? And then, you guys. It always turns out great. It's always, I don't want to be like, oh man, there we are. I'm like, while I'm on this stage, I'm pumped and happy because you guys make me that way. The second I step off, I'm literally a sleeping zombie in the hotel room. But you guys make it great, so you guys are my favorite part. I think Rob was the same, man. You haven't obviously been around karaoke last couple, but you've been at plenty of them before. You guys, Rich included, are literally the thing that keep us doing karaoke, period. It's all based around you guys. It's a free party.
One of the reasons I stopped going is because, these weekends are a lot for us. We work a lot of hours, and you can't go to karaoke and not give 100%. You can't go and just kind of phone it in. That's what it is. The energy is so intense, and I want to sing every song, and I want to jump around and dance, and so I was just wearing myself out. I got to the point where, health-wise, I couldn't do it because I couldn't go and go 50%. I had to go all out. So yeah, absolutely, the energy of that thing is amazing. I'm planning on coming back towards the end of this year, sort of Richard's big send-off. So we're going to
hand the banner over to Matt.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know, next year. It's a weird sadness just came over me as I was about to say this. Rich is gonna get some rest. Robbie's gonna continue saving his lungs and probably pop in here and there, and Rich will do the same. But it'll be my shit show next year.
Matt Cohen's karaoke, or Matt Cohen's karaoke, as we realized. We realized halfway through the event last night that karaoke was missing. There's an extra K in there. On the screen. It's like creation karaoke. No.
Yeah. In no way is that a drug reference, just a simple
just a bad grammar reference.
Yeah. But next year will be crazy. It'll be a lot of me yelling whatever city that we're in until my voice goes away. And dancing around in some ridiculous costume. What the hell is sitting on that chair in row A? Oh, that's awful.
Oh no.
From here.
Oh, that's just a...
That's great, yeah. Nothing more comfortable than a head in the front row. So.
Any given Sunday.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Thanks for your questions.
Thanks for the question.
All right, you.
Over here.
Hi, I'm Tess.
Hi, Tess.
Hi. My question is for Richard. In terms of directing, do you find it challenging sometimes to get your interpretation across of what you want the scene to be when the actors might on the show want the scene to be different?
Well, I think for starters, I think the directing is a collaboration. I mean, you come in with your ideas and your vision of what things are, but it's a collaboration between you and the department heads in every department. The art department, the scenic design, the DP, the camera operators, and props and everything. So things you kind of you come in with your vision, and your vision gets molded as you talk to what's doable financially, what's doable time-wise, and all these kind of things. In terms of performance-wise, I've never had an issue, because I come in with my ideas, but I also always want to hear the ideas of the people playing the characters, especially when you're talking about the veterans, Jared Jensen and Misha, and Shepard back when he was on the show, and Pellegrino, and these people who know their characters way better than I do, and have made decisions for those characters way before I ever showed up. So I bring my ideas to the table, I listen to what they have to say, and where it lands is where it should be. So I never feel like, oh, my vision is not getting carried out. I always feel like, oh wow, my vision just got enhanced and improved, and now what I'm watching is way better than what I thought it could have been. Because you're bringing the talents of the people who do this every day to bear, and letting their skills, be an asset to your vision and design. So I find it to be actually positive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I love all of you, by the way. You guys are just so adorable, and I enjoy karaoke so much. My question is actually for Rich. So during season 13, like towards the end, we noticed that when Gabriel and Sam, Dean, and Castiel went to the other Earth, that you landed in a particular spot.
Misha's crotch? Yeah.
Who came up with that? Because that was...
Misha and I pitched it. They had me laying over there and him over there, and we said, wouldn't it be better if my face landed in Misha's groin? And Misha's like, yeah, it makes sense to me that I would be spread eagle and your face would plant my crotch. I'm like, yeah, and we got the writers together, we had sort of a serious conversation about it, like, character-wise, it does make sense, it seems to move the story forward in a way that is logical, and we've known that at some point, Gabriel's face would end up in Castiel's crotch. That's just, we've known that, it's been on the table since day one. So I think it was just the inevitable culmination of Eric Kripke's vision when he started the show, and the arc of Sam and Dean that had been leading that direction, and certainly Castiel's journey had been pointing to this kind of moment. And I think it was sort of the justification of why did we bring Gabriel back, if not to have his face buried in Castiel's loins. I think it made sense all around. I think it was just a solid choice. It takes a village to get my face in another man's crotch, and that village was Supernatural. Thank you.
Great. Speaking of Eric Kripke, I'd like to do a shameless plug. Those of you who enjoy Supernatural, the man that has brought us Supernatural, the lovely Eric Kripke, has a movie out, the Clock in the Walls. Make it a point to go buy a ticket and support this man. It's a fantastic movie. It's got Jack Black and a slew of other fantastic actors.
Cate Blanchett.
Go support that movie if you can.
And by the way, and then when you do, take a picture of yourself holding your ticket stubs. Kripke's online like crazy, retweeting pictures of folks who are supporting the film. So go do it. I hear it's awesome. You.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question is, what do you guys think of all the fan art and fan fiction made about you?
The what?
The fan art and the fan fiction made about you.
The fan art and the fan fiction. To speak for, I think all of us may say, we're continually impressed by the art, the caliber of art, and the artistic inspiration of this fandom. It blows my mind. And I think if the show triggers in you the desire to paint, draw, sew, or write in whatever capacity, that's awesome, because any art inside the person is a story or a vision that needs to get out. If we're a conduit to trigger that in somebody, yay us and good for them. I think it's great. Guys?
Yeah, blown away by the art, especially that I see, and I just can't get over how many talented artists there are in this family. Yeah, and the fiction too, which I don't read a lot, but I know it's out there. More power to you.
I always think it's fun because they say fan fiction, and I haven't read a lot either, but the show itself is fiction. And Kripke's a fan of the show, so really everything is fan fiction. It's all just stories. Yeah. It's all just journeys that these characters take, and the show does one thing with the characters, and if people who are immersed in that world want to explore on their own where the characters could go in a different situation, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's flattering to say the least that you guys spend hours on creating art from our characters or our personas or whatever you want to call it. Now, I have read some of the fan fiction. You guys are extremely creative and absolutely filthy, and I approve all of it. I think it's great. I think it's hilarious. I've read some interesting ones.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting pictures. There's some art that was done where you and Jared and I were involved in a 3D picnic. And I had the bad side of the sandwich in all the.
Did we leave you holding the basket?
Yeah, so to speak.
All right. Good for us. Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Hi, I'm Brian. I came from Puerto Rico, but I have a question for Richard. Okay, so in the scene in season 13 where you and Rowena were checking each other out, I was wondering what your reaction was to that when you read the scene, and whether or not you found it awkward with Ruth.
I'm sorry, I missed some of that. So I remember the scene. We did the scene with Ruth, and we were checking each other out. And then what was your question?
What was your reaction, and whether or not you felt uncomfortable after the scene?
No. I don't even know. You mean we were actually caught, and we were checking each other out? Which part?
Yeah, he's like, did it make you feel awkward to do that with Ruth?
No.
What was your reaction to?
No, not at all. In fact, it was really fun. Phil Segrisha directed that episode, and you know those thoughts that are playing in our head while we're looking at each other? We were making those up. Those are not scripted. Phil just had the camera. He'd go, all right, so camera, you're gonna film Ruth, and Richard, you just talk. And then he did the reverse. And so all those things I thought turned out really funny. It's not awkward. There's nothing that's really awkward in those situations because it's a group full of people that you know and an actress that you know. And I mean, if it comes off awkward on screen, good, because that's our job. But it's just another scene with another that you're trying to get the moments right and the beats right and the comedy right and the intentions right. So and it was the only time I've ever worked with Ruth on screen that brief episode. It was super fun to finally be able to work with her because she's so great and I love her character and love her as a person. So that for me it was all fun, no awkward. Thank you. Thanks for watching the show, by the way.
So hey, we just got the 5-minute from Liz. Should we power and do the old school real quick through these last couple of people?
Sure. Yeah. All right. Speak. Question.
I was wondering what would Chuck and Gabriel's interaction be if they ever reunited?
It'd be very, very friendly because we're really father and son. Go.
So when God was talking to Metadon about why he didn't interfere, the chapter about I don't interfere and why you should be thankful, why is that?
Quick, Rob, quick.
Well, because he's God, and so whatever he says goes.
Next question.
Matt, what are your thoughts on Psycho Mike being brought back from the cage somehow, and would you accept coming back as his vessel again?
Absolutely, man. Yes.
As your character, what's one thing you've always wanted them to do?
My character?
Yeah.
Bake. Robbie?
World peace.
Come back to the show.
Yeah. Go.
My question is for the amazing Matt Cohen. If you could, what is your favorite moment with Jared Jensen and Misha that were awkward, funny, both?
I hate all of the moments I've ever shared with them. Thank you for your question.
So Supernatural has a lot of twists and turns. Aaron. So in relation to your character, what twist surprised you the most?
I'm shocked how often they find ways to kill me, Robbie.
At the end of season 5, when I found out that I was actually God.
Matt?
When I found out I was Michael, thank you. You!
Hey, this question is for Rob. When you read the script for Don't Call Me Shirley, did you have a send-me moment? Because even though we knew Chuck was God, it was never formally said.
Yeah, like what was that moment like when I found out?
Did you get it, Robbie?
Yeah, in Don't Call Me Shirley, what was that moment? Even though it wasn't said that I was God? Yeah, I found out at the end of season 5 that I was God, but I was kind of supposed to not talk about it because he wanted the fans to have their own interpretation of that, and Cricky did. So then with Don't Call Me Shirley, I got to come out about the fact that I was God, and so I thought that was
bless you,
pretty cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my question's for Rob. I was wondering what's your favorite memory with the band?
Hey, remember the band, Robbie?
I remember the band, man. So many good memories. It'd probably have to be the road trips. We taken some road trips. We drove up to San Francisco, played a gig. One time we drove to Mammoth Lakes and played a gig. So it's always fun just to travel with those guys and then watch our relationships slowly come apart.
All right, I've only asked this to one other person at these conventions, and I'm asking to all 3 of you. When you put on socks, do you put them on before you put your pants on or after?
After my shoes. You.
After my pants.
I don't wear socks.
If you guys could put your characters in any other show, what show would you put them in?
Judge Judy. I'd like to fight it out with Robbie on Judge Judy.
Oh, that's good.
Get it handled by a professional. Robbie?
Game of Thrones. I just feel like a god's power would be best used in that universe.
Michael would definitely work at the strip club in Ozarks, managed by Ruth.
Yeah. So true. All right, you.
How did Loud and Swain start?
At the end, like 1997, 1998, we knew each other through college friends, and we started just getting together and playing cover songs for each other, and then we slowly started writing songs. And then Norton was introduced to us, and he played the drums. And as soon as we added a drummer, it was a band. And at that point, it was me and Mike and Steve and a different guitar player who eventually dropped out. It was just the 3 of us for a bit. And then in like 2004, we found Billy, who was playing in another band that broke up, and they were opening up for us at a lot of gigs, and we were thrilled because he called us and was like, "Do you guys want another guitar player?" And we just thought he was so great. So yeah, and then when he joined the band, Billy Loud and Swain became what it is now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
By the way, I think they lied that we had 5 minutes left.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no band, and we've rushed through all these people.
I could
We got jerked around.
Maybe she was waving at me.
We got jerked around. Thank you.
My question's for Richard.
Oh, they're there.
What was your favorite moment as Gabriel?
My favorite moment as Gabriel. This is kind of a selfish moment, I suppose, but I really enjoyed being able to have Gabriel fight Loki. I thought that was a really cool moment, and from a professional standpoint, it was fun playing 2 characters and getting to direct that as well was a pretty cool thing for me. So I'm going to go with that. What's your favorite moment?
I'd probably say that or Casa Erotica.
Casa Erotica. You makes. Well done.
My favorite moment was when his mouth was so shut.
Robbie!
Hey, don't you love that? Like,
I'm right here.
When we come out to play other people off, people are like, boo, because they know it's dead.
The band comes out,
hey, cheered. It's finally over.
All right, well, they're on stage. I mean, it's time to do the song.
The asshole candle.